The cozy bedroom is bathed in warm sunlight, streaming through white curtains, fluttering in a gentle breeze. The neatly made bed with fluffy pillows and a wooden nightstand with a lamp are visible. Emily Carter lies in bed, partially covered by blankets, her head resting on a fluffy pillow as sunlight illuminates her face.
Emily stretches her arms upward while lying in bed, sunlight streaming onto her chestnut brown hair and face.
A suburban driveway with a parked sedan surrounded by well-maintained grass and flower beds. The sun shines brightly overhead, casting shadows of the flowers on the pavement. Emily steps out of a suburban house holding a set of car keys in her right hand. She stands on the driveway, looking toward the parked sedan with a slight smile. Emily steps out of her front door, holding a brown leather purse over her shoulder, looking down at her phone as she walks toward the driveway. But when she turns the key to start the car, black smoke appears before the car catches fire, trapping her inside. She pounds on the window, desperate to escape, but it's no use. And then she wakes up again, she looks around, panting. Scared and confused on what just happened, she performs her routine again, brushing it off as just a nightmare.
But this time when she goes out her house door to go to her car, and a thief runs up to her and grabs her purse. During the struggle, she gets stabbed 3 times and falls to the ground. As she lays dying, she closes her eyes and for a 3rd time appears back in her bed. Now, knowing that something is wrong, she gets up to call the police, but looks at her stomach, realizing that the stab wounds are gone. And her purse is also on her nightstand, so she puts her phone down and this time skips the
routine and goes outside to see what horrors await for her this time. But she manages to make it outside her job before tragedy strikes again. As she walks up to her boss, 2 of her co-workers are fighting and push her into one of the big glass windows. She breaks through the glass and falls to her death from the 15th floor. The cycle repeats 7 more times before she realizes that her best friend practiced witchcraft and they had recently had a falling out because she caught her in bed with
her ex-boyfriend. She walks nervously to her house, prepared to confront her, but no one's home. When she walks up to the front door, it's unlocked, so she goes inside and sees in the front room and sees a doll that looks just like her. When she grabs the doll by the arm, it feels like someone grabbed her, so she quickly lets go before realizing she was feeling what the doll was feeling.
She also discovers locks of her hair, piece of her dress, and a fingernail, realizing that her ex-best friend Sarah was collecting personal stuff for a curse, or hex. She sees a black book and a green and brown medieval book. She opens the black book and notices that it is a spell book for curses and hexes. Opening the other book, she sees on page 307 a chant to break a curse. By will, by word, by ancient rite, all binds unseen I bring to light. Chains of shadows, threads of dread, now unravel. By my will unwed, curse be broken, spell undone, free the spirit, let the light outrun. After saying the chant, she feels a cool breeze flow through her body as Sarah walks and Shez asks, "What are you doing inside my house?" And her response is, "Releasing the curse you put on me." She sees that the fireplace is still burning and throws her spellbook into the fire. But with the book, her friend also catches fire. With a loud poof, she turns into gray dust.
She walks over the pile of ashes, shaking her head, takes a deep breath and walks home, ready to resume her normal life.
As days go by, she can't stop thinking about what Sarah did to her and the reason for it. I mean, she was in the wrong after all. But 8 days go by with no incident, until she starts having weird dreams about Sarah. At first, she thought the spell wasn't broken, but after closer inspection, she realized that these were actual dreams. The first dream she had was her and Sarah standing in a fire pit, surrounded by gray ashes. As Sarah asks, "How could you do this to me?" Emily then tells her, "You did this
to yourself." And before she wakes up, Sarah tells her, "You'll regret this." The second dream was a little calmer, with Sarah asking for forgiveness and telling her that she won't do anything else to her as long as she gets the book repaired. Emily says, "I'm not going to do that." Sarah says, "Emily, please, please don't do this. Please, I don't want to be stuck like this." Then Emily wakes up, and in the final dream she has, they both have returned to the fire pit, with Sarah now blaming Emily again, saying this was all her fault. Emily says, "I don't want to see you again. Stop coming to my dreams." And with that, she never sees Sarah again.